Civil danger warning for the eastern area of Maryland. The following message is being transmitted at the request of the Maryland state government. Within the past 30 minutes, thousands of people from the state of Delaware have been reported entering the state of Maryland. The reasoning for this has been deemed treacherous towards the worldwide nation of Liberia. They have been going around the eastern area of Maryland telling people lies about the nation's government and its supreme leader Evan Robertson. They were telling citizens of Maryland that the nation's government is cruel and injustice to its people and that Evan Robertson is an evil dictator who has no concern for us. These statements are nothing but false propaganda made up by a bunch of traitors. Everyone in the eastern area of Maryland should do the following procedures. Do not listen to anyone who tries to persuade you into betraying the nation. If you encounter one of these people, either send them to the nearest police station or deal with them yourself. You are allowed to kill any of these people since they are traitors to our nation's government and our supreme leader Evan Robertson. Any citizen of Maryland that decides to join and support these traitors will be sent to the nearest prison camp once caught. The state of Maryland will and shall not tolerate any traitors to our nation's government or its supreme leader Evan Robertson. This concludes this message.
Civil danger warning for the city of Philadelphia. The following message is being transmitted at the request of the city government of Philadelphia. Hundreds of people from the state of Delaware have traveled to the city of Philadelphia in order to spread lies about our nation's government and supreme leader Evan Robertson. They claim that the nation's government is cruel and injustice to its people, and that Evan Robertson is an evil dictator who has no concern for us. Nothing they claim is true. It is all fake propaganda made to slander our nation's government and supreme leader Evan Robertson. A situation similar to this has also occurred in the eastern area of Maryland. The reason to why these people are doing this is currently unknown. What we do know is that these people must be stopped as soon as possible. Everyone in the city of Philadelphia should do the following procedures. Do not listen to anyone who tries to persuade you into betraying the nation. If you encounter one of these people, either send them to the nearest police station or deal with them yourself. You are allowed to kill any of these people since they are traitors to our nation's government and supreme leader Evan Robertson. Anyone in Philadelphia that decides to join and support these traitors will be sent to the nearest prison camp once caught. The city of Philadelphia will and shall not tolerate any traitors to our nation's government or supreme leader Evan Robertson. This concludes this message.
Civil danger warning for the entire state of New Jersey. The following message has been sent at the request of the New Jersey state government. A strange and horrible epidemic has occurred in the southern area of New Jersey. Numerous people have suddenly decided to go against the worldwide nation of Liberia. These people are spreading false accusations on the nation's government and supreme leader Evan Robertson. They have been accusing the Liberian government of being cruel and injustice to its people and Evan Robertson of being an evil dictator who has no concern for us. None of this is true. The counties that have been affected by this epidemic so far are Atlantic County, Burlington County, Camden County, Cape May County, Cumberland County, Gloucester County, and Salem County. This epidemic has also been reported in the states of Maryland and Pennsylvania. The United States country government has plans on moving its capital to Jefferson City, Missouri in case Washington, D.C. gets affected by this epidemic. We still haven't found out the reason behind this epidemic. What we do know is that we need to stop it from spreading further into the country. Everyone in the state of New Jersey should do the following procedures. Do not listen to anyone who has gone against our nation's government and Supreme Leader Evan Robertson. Do not let them persuade you into committing treason against our nation's government and Supreme Leader Evan Robertson. If you encounter one of these people, either send them to the nearest police station or deal with them yourself. Citizens of the state of New Jersey are allowed to kill any of these people since they are traitors to our nation's government and our Supreme Leader Evan Robertson. Any citizen of New Jersey who decides to join and support these traitors will be sent to the nearest prison camp once caught. The state of New Jersey will and shall not tolerate any traitors to our nation's government or its supreme leader. This concludes this message.
Civil danger warning for the entire region of New England. This is not a test. I repeat, this is not a test. The following message is being transmitted at the request of the Massachusetts state government. We have found the cause of this horrible epidemic that has been taking place in the United States for the last 4 hours. This all started after a man named Alfred Kirkland brainwashed the entire state of Delaware into spreading false propaganda about the nation's government and its supreme leader Evan Robertson. He has already taken over all of Delaware, Maryland, New Jersey, Virginia, Washington, D.C., and West Virginia, as well as parts of New York. It has been estimated that Alfred Kirkland will take over all of New England within the next 2 hours if nothing is done about this epidemic. Alfred Kirkland is described as being a 42-year-old man standing at 5 foot 10 inches tall. He has blonde hair and green eyes, and wears a green uniform and glasses. If you see Alfred Kirkland, either send him to the nearest police station or deal with him yourself. The same goes for anyone who supports him. Do not let him or his supporters persuade you into committing treason against our nation's government and Supreme Leader Evan Robertson. Do not show any mercy towards him or his supporters, even if they are your family members, friends, or anyone you consider important. Do not support him whatsoever. Doing so will get you sent to the nearest prison camp. All traitors must be stopped at all cost. No traitors will and shall be tolerated in New England. This concludes this message. Go out and stop Alfred Kirkland and his supporters now. Do not waste time. Do it for our Supreme Leader Evan Robertson.
The state of Tennessee is being under attack. The following message is being transmitted at the request of the Tennessee state government. A man named Alfred Kirkland has brainwashed everyone in the northeastern area of the United States as well as everyone in the states of Ohio, Virginia, and West Virginia. People in parts of Kentucky and North Carolina have also fallen under his control and influence. Alfred Kirkland is causing people to commit treason against the worldwide nation of Liberia by spreading false propaganda about its government and Supreme Leader Evan Robertson. These brainwashed people are going around telling citizens of the country that Evan Robertson is a malicious dictator and that the nation's government is cruel and injustice towards its people. Do not listen to these traitors. Everyone is required to perform the following procedures. Grab whatever weapon you can get your hands on and attack Alfred Kirkland and anyone who supports him. Do this regardless of whether or not they are your family members, friends, or anyone you consider important. Do not show pity towards any of them. I repeat, do not show pity towards any of them. Here's some information about who Alfred Kirkland is and what he looks like. Alfred Kirkland is a 42-year-old man standing at 5 foot 10 inches tall. He has blonde hair and green eyes, and wears a green uniform and glasses. If you see someone who looks like him, kill them instantly. Anyone who decides to support Alfred Kirkland will be given the death penalty. The state of Tennessee will and shall not allow blasphemy towards the government or its supreme leader Evan Robertson. This concludes this message. Do not wait. Go and stop him and his followers now.
This is a message for the entire continental United States. All programming shall be interrupted at the request of the United States country government. Please stand by and do not turn off your devices. I repeat, do not turn off your devices because this is important. Every state and parts of Louisiana and Minnesota east of the Mississippi River have now been taken over by Alfred Kirkland. The number of people he has brainwashed has only gotten larger and is rising faster. The country's government has decided to build a barricade across the entire river in order to hinder his progress. The area east of the Mississippi River has now been declared a no-man's land. Citizens who have not been brainwashed are prohibited from entering this area. Citizens caught doing so will immediately be shot and killed. The same applies to anyone who enters the area west of the river. However, everyone living west of the river should still be prepared for Alfred Kirkland and his followers in case they manage to bypass the barricade. Be sure to carry a weapon with you at all times. If you see Alfred Kirkland or any of his followers, immediately rush towards them and do whatever you can to stop them. This includes killing them, holding them hostage, making them handicapped, and so on. The United States country government has also placed a high bounty on Alfred Kirkland. Anyone who catches or kills Alfred Kirkland shall be rewarded $50,000. Let neither Alfred nor his followers go away free, even if they are your relatives, friends, or anyone you consider important. Once they betray the nation and its supreme leader Evan Robertson, they instantly become your enemy. Stay tuned for more information on this epidemic. This is a country emergency for the entire United States. This message is being transmitted at the request of the United States country government. This is not a test. I repeat, this is not a test. Alfred Kirkland has sent a nuclear missile to every state that he has not yet taken over. These nuclear missiles are projected to impact the following cities: Anchorage, Alaska; Phoenix, Arizona; Little Rock, Arkansas, Los Angeles, California, Denver, Colorado, Honolulu, Hawaii, Boise, Idaho, Des Moines, Iowa, Wichita, Kansas, Shreveport, Louisiana, Rochester, Minnesota, Jefferson City, Missouri, Billings, Montana, Omaha, Nebraska, Las Vegas, Nevada, Albuquerque, New Mexico, Bismarck, North Dakota, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, Portland, Oregon, Pierre, South Dakota, Dallas, Texas, Salt Lake City, Utah, Seattle, Washington, and Cheyenne, Wyoming. Everyone within a 50-mile radius of the following cities should seek a fallout shelter immediately. These missiles are expected to reach the following cities within the next 10 to 15 minutes. It is too late to evacuate. I repeat, it is too late to evacuate. This is KRCG. We will be serving the city of Jefferson City, Missouri. If you are not in this local area, tune now to station providing news and information to your local area. Do not use the telephone. The telephone line should be kept for emergencies only. The emergency alert has been activated. Take cover now or you will die. Attention to every citizen of the United States. This message is not being transmitted at the request of the government but rather my own. I was just informed by some people in Alaska that Evan Robertson ordered the United States country government to send nuclear missiles on its own civilians. This was done as an attempt to slander Alfred Kirkland and encourage us to go against him. Luckily for us, an error in the system occurred that prevented the nukes from activating. Alfred Kirkland was right about our leader. Evan Robertson had no concern for our lives whatsoever. I sincerely apologize for delivering that nuclear warning message to you all. I was under the influence of the dictator and was only doing my job. Evan Robertson and this fascist nation must be brought to an end. Tell everyone you know or stumble across about what I have told you. That's everything I wanted to tell you people. This is Paul signing out. You are listening to KCRG serving the city of Jefferson City, Missouri. All radio stations throughout the entire United States have scheduled to hold normal programming during this time in order to deliver a speech from the President of the United States. The President will now begin speaking.
My fellow Americans, today we have realized the ugly truth about our leader Evan Robertson. Evan Robertson has been an evil, cruel, and neglectful dictator this whole time. Evan Robertson had not only ruined the lives of millions of Americans, but had also destroyed the original foundation of this country. We, the people of the United States of America, can restore this country to the way it was 100 years ago. It may take weeks, months, years, or even decades to rebuild the country to its former glory. But it is possible, and that's all that matters. We are also moving the country's capital back to Washington, D.C. The United States of America and its people sincerely thank Alfred Kirkland for exposing the truth about Evan Robertson. Since he was the one who brought the truth and led the Americans into spreading it, Alfred Kirkland shall become the country's commander-in-chief. I am stepping down from my position as president and giving it to him. Alfred Kirkland is now officially the new president of the United States of America. This is the end of my speech. Alfred Kirkland will now give his speech.
Citizens of the United States of America. For the past 20 years, all countries around the world had been under the control and influence of an immoral dictator. Throughout those 20 years, Evan Robertson had committed many immoral deeds. Evan Robertson led to the deaths of over 300 million people across the planet, more than any other person in human history. The fascist dictator gave little to no contribution to Earth's inhabitants whatsoever. Evan Robertson had even enforced numerous laws that discriminated non-English speakers, those who were devoted to a religion, non-heterosexuals, and the disabled. The list goes on and on. Just an hour ago, I was informed about something disgusting. Evan Robertson ordered the United States country government to send a nuclear missile to every state west of the Mississippi River. Evan Robertson literally told them to nuke innocent people in their own country in order to make me look like the bad guy. Luckily, an error in the system prevented the missiles from activating. It sickens me that this dictator would kill its own people in order to make them go against someone. That's just another reason to why that dictator is an awful person. We have not finished our mission yet. This is only the beginning. We still need to spread the truth to the rest of the world. We must not rest until Evan Robertson is brought to an end. Tomorrow at midnight, the entire United States of America shall declare its independence, secede from the nation, and spread the word to the rest of the world. This concludes my speech. Have a good night.
That was a speech from our former and new president. All radio stations will now resume to their normal programming. You're listening to KRCG serving the city of Jefferson City, Missouri.